has the like 4 AGI characters. So we have Graham, Roger Wilco, Lee Suit Larry, and Sonny Bonds. I have another shirt where it has the 4 of them, but it's just them standing. But this one is, emulating the Abbey Roads cover.
And definitely very clearly them,
Yeah.
They can't miss it. I like the outline of it. It reminds me of what Nate made for you. Nate, the not so great adventurer, made you these little figures that you have in the shadow box up above your desk.
Yeah, I have a shadow box that has one that's kind of like an acrylic, sort of almost like a 3D diorama scene of the opening scene from King's Quest, and then it has like little, I think they're just 3D printed characters of each of these.
Yeah, I didn't ask him to paint them, and I guess maybe I should have done that, but I did. He was doing it as a favor to me. And he would not take any he wouldn't take any payment, so I bumped his channel up. I just went and made a payment to biddies and stuff. But I really like Nate. I like his wife, girlfriend, whatever, significant other, let's say significant other, and daughter. This fairly cute family.
What if I go on this?
You're looking thoughtful.
How much the Millers?
Will says he's gotten word that Hal, Hob, and Dickon will hang at sunset today. Okay, so we got to get her sons, the widowed sons. Hob and me grew up together. He's like one of my own brothers. Much, I swear, I'll do all I can to save them. We're still wearing the nasty robe. Oh, no, we're in the black robes. I think the poor widow will die if she loses all of her sons and her husband. Yeah, I think so too. He who talks too much talks too little.
Thinks too little.
Thinks too little. Hey, that's words that can be lived by here in this day and age, huh? So anyway, hope you all had a good night. We went to the Chris Kindle Market here in our town and had really good Christmas food. I had, it wasn't actually Christmas food, but it really tasted great. I've never tried it before. Usually we have latkes and stuff like that. Chad has crepes. He had his specialized crepes, and Winkers had a brat and the German potato salad, or potatoes, pierogi, and then I had a Black Forest cake, which was really, really good, in my opinion. The guy that I sold it to was more honest and said the German chocolate cake probably tasted better. But Chad does not like German chocolate cake, not because it has coconut, but that would be a primary reason, I'm going to guess.
Coconut.
So if you take off the top layer, if you stripped it like you did your fried shrimp and all that stuff, could you eat the German chocolate cake? Because to me, the cake is usually really dry.
Okay, see, now there's just the Abbot.
'Tis a monk from the Abbot.
St. Mary's. So there's the St. Mary's Cathedral, which is in the process of being built up.
Right, we've seen that. Top of the day to you, brother. Thank you, Aram. Did you want something? What brings you along Watling Street? I'm not really supposed to discuss it with strangers, but no one would miss you for quite some time if you didn't return. Oh, mercy, don't hurt me. Why, I've done nothing but talk to you. There's no need to panic. Yet.
Be a shame if something was happening to these nice
Abbott's walking along on the Watling Street. You know what's funny is you wouldn't hire a man of cloth, would you? Is Watling Street a real street in London?
Not near Nottingham.
Near Nottingham. And how is that man of cloth requires so much cloth to cover his enormous belly? Because he's been eating. Oh, I just thought it would be interesting if Watling Street really existed. What are those who go hungry while you eat well?
I would not doubt if it's an actual street or was historically.
And those who are forced to toil upon the abbot's grandiose abbey under the threat of excommunication? You really have to Take that up with his grace. What a useless bloody conversation this is. Aye, you're right. May I go now? I'll think about it.
Well, you could look it up, see if there's an actual Watling Street. I mean, this definitely does. The two Christie Marks games really did have a lot of research done into them, of, you know, a mix between various elements. The popular, the more in-depth. Conquest of Camelot definitely got real deep into the lore of things. Same with this game. Certain other aspects we'll get more into.
So Watling Street is a historic route in England running from Dover and London in the southeast via St. Albans to Rochester. The river crosses the River Thames and was used in classical antiquity, late antiquity, and throughout the Middle Ages. It was used by the ancient Britons and paved as one of the main Roman roads in Britannia. The line of the road was later the southwestern border of Danelaw with Wessex and Mercia, and Watling Street was numbered as one of the major highways of medieval England. The stretch of modern-day Watling Street in Buckinghamshire. So the answer is yes.
Oh, nay, whatever you want, the robe is yours, so just spare me.
The robe is yours. Please, just spare me.
He has all the... That's better.
That's better. A visit to my camp will refresh you. You can learn the value of good, honest labor. Have mercy.
Have mercy, Miss Percy.
Oh. Well, yeah, Friar Tuck's gonna have himself an apprentice. Have mercy, oh good friar. How can you consort with these thieves and rogues? Take me to town and the abbot will reward you well. Keep chopping or I'll reward you with the flat of my blade again. I hope that guy doesn't get away. I don't know if he's like chained to something.
Yeah, he's probably won't run very fast.
Robin, why you make a fine figure of a monk in that robe. Bless you, my son. Take care of our guest. I'm off to Watling Street.
Yeah, it's, as it mentions, like, yeah, here's where the road is now, or this is what it looks like. It makes me think of, when he's finished with these, I'll take him out to gather more firewood to chop.
He'll be chopping. Yep. He'll know the true meaning of hard, honest work when I'm done with him.
Have mercy.
Have mercy.
But seeing like old pictures of things like before the interstate system was built, and you'd see like, oh, here's the original highway or some dirt road or whatever. That was the original.
All right, 1945 out of still 7,000 points. Okay, so we're headed to England, to London, or Nottinghamshire, Nottingham.
Yeah, okay. And this was okay.
Yeah, this is where we met up with Maid Marian, the lady. And you're not supposed to trespass on that in any disguise except for your own skin.
Wonder if this will do anything, but...
Are we done here? A grim, well-built Norman fortress of stone converted by the order of militant monks into a monastery.
Built in a swamp, effectively.
You're what, going to get killed? The monastery sits in the midst of the fens, a body of dark, swampy water with evil reputation. I'm thinking not. Judging from the bits of thread and needles stuck through her apron, I would say this woman is a tailor. It's a cat. Are you going to feed me? Well, who needs you then? Bugger off. There's sunshine for you. If you be wanting any sewing done, I'm at your service. Okay, lady.
All right, maybe we can like, hey.
What's this for then? Your robe doesn't look like it need of repair. It's charity, madame. What, from a monk? Oh, I mean, thank you kindly, brother. Whatever. Are you supposed to see the cobbler and give him your results of your last quest? Didn't you not do a mission for him? Good sir, please allow me to administer to those poor souls in your dungeon. They're only outlaws. Are they not lost sheep? Surely you would not send them to their deaths unshriven. It is not for me to say. I have orders. No one is to be admitted, and that means you. I ask you again to let me shrive those unfortunate souls in your dungeon before they are hung. Sorry, I have my orders, and of course, I have been persuaded to bend the rules a bit from time to time. Little coin?
Yeah, probably.
Are you wanting to really do? Well, you have got tons of saved games already. Bribing guards. I don't think that's going to be enough to get his neck on the line, right? I'll give it a try. My son, I cannot bear the thought of any man, even those villainous outlaws the sheriff plans to hang, should go to his death unshriven. Will this move you to compassion so that I may go to the dungeon and administer unto them? I'm deeply moved, brother. Your plea has touched me. Roger, Giles, guess what? You're going to jail, right? Escort this much to the dungeon and let him speak to the prisoners, but make it quick. Okay, you get to talk to him. This muck here is to give the outlaws their final blessing. You'll have to do it through the trap door. At least allow me to hear their sins alone. You can wait for me upstairs. Sorry, can't leave you alone in here. Get on with it. Okay. My sons, I have come to pray for your wicked souls. Lift up thine eyes and attend unto me. A pox on you, monk. But that's a hooded man. Aye, we're glad to see you now, brother, with glad eyes. What would you say to us? The salvation may yet be yours if you will follow my path. Wherever you lead us, brother, we will follow it, if God wills. Aye, if God wills, for it is my duty to lead you from the darkness into the light, and I shall not fail in my duty, even should the devil himself block my path. That's enough. Shrive their souls and be done with it. Have faith, my sons. Domini Dergi nos. Come along with me before the sheriff comes along and has our hides for letting you in at all. Okay. You got 20 points there for doing that.
I think I got a few points.
My son, I had so little time with those unfortunate outlaws. May I go pray over them at greater length? Once was risky enough. I daren't take that chance again. Well, you daren't if I give you money, huh? Now you're going in to help yourself to the beer and stuff as a monk? Aren't you supposed to be a man of cloth? Yep. Who's that guy? You look like a man who's been to foreign lands. I have been to Holy Land, saw Jerusalem, I did. Killed heathens and watched many a Christian die, and the ground run red with blood. Served with King Richard until he made peace with Saladin, then sent us packing home. But them days is done. If you mind for a game of 9 men, Morris, I'm willing to lighten your purse. I'll consider it. So is it time for 9 men, Morris?
Probably. On Lois Arcade, so hopefully it's...
That's why you turned it down. All right. I've never seen 9 men's Morris, so I guess I hope I can catch up and figure out what this is all about.
So this... The game even came with like a little board, so if you have little tokens, you know, just coins, probably could work just as well to be able to play the game.
Yep, you're still a nay. I decided I'll accept your challenge. If you care for a wager, I'll wager something worth your while. This here got chunk of amethyst, got magic in it. It does. So if you're in a mind to win it, bring out your money. Aw, kitty. Some call me lamb, some call me mutton. Now I'm generally good for nothing. All right. Meow. Maybe you scared old Harry is too good a player, eh? I'll be generous. I'll let you go first, monk. I'm here to play Morris, not to, I don't know. Meow. There's no answer. I've no patience for chattering mounts, so shut up and play. You got a piece, decide where you want to place it. What's up, Soph? What's up?
Oh, oh.
If you had won, it would be skill, not luck. If you're ready for a wager this time, the offer of, okay, if this amethyst is of power or what the stone has is no use to me. What do you mean? I've said it for now. If you win, I'll tell you all you need to know.
Didn't we?
Oh, you forgot to wager or something? You have to start all over, yeah. Okay. Good morning, Medicine Hat, and welcome in.
Hello?
How's everything going? How's your week been? Last week. I'm guessing you're probably on break this week and leaning toward holiday season. Things are good, thank you. Nice, yeah, us too. Well, we're working sporadically during this season, but yeah. So that everyone on the team, for me, it's basically so everyone on the team has a chance to have some time off with their families. But there are 16 people and, like 26 products and a lot of work. So we'll see how it goes. Normally I'd be like streaming and stuff, but this is a new world and a new day. We went to the Chris Kindle Market yesterday. We basically ate and just enjoyed ourselves, got kind of more. I think sometimes that for me, that's what it takes, is just to be around the hoopla of Christmas, if you will. And so I tried a really good dinner. I wouldn't call it German food though. I was kind of surprised. It's like you call it like German street food, which I never. Yeah, I never ate like that. I mean, we did have like vendors that had kiosks, and they would do lamb kebabs and you know, and slice the lamb for gyros and stuff like that. But yesterday they had fully loaded fries, and these flat fries had shaved lamb chunks, and then it had red cabbage, and it had lettuce, and it had tomatoes, and it had tzatziki, and it had a red curry sauce, and French fries and cheddar, and it was an onion, and it was just so good. I'm gonna try to replicate that sometime. I think maybe sweet potato fries. Yeah, and it was really tasted good. But then they also, not too far over, there was a stall that had the Black Forest cake. So I had the the traditional Black Forest cake, which was really good, and Chad had crepes with salmon and a sprig of.
Oh, it was called like the Pacific crepe. So it had avocado, basil, I think maybe a pesto, and smoked salmon.
You certainly seem to understand so that was nice. Plus they had the big fancy tree and stuff. I didn't see like a Santa Claus or anything like that. And
Yeah, or the
I didn't see the Hanukkah, like.
Well, no, you're thinking like the
Chicago
one where they'd have like a gigantic menorah candle.
Yeah.
You didn't see kind of like the Winter Queen or whatever, the Chris Kringle.
Yeah, exactly. We didn't see that. It was really just a wrap up because they're actually closing the Chris Kindle Market as of tomorrow, which is kind of interesting because usually they'll go through Christmas Eve, but okay, we got this amethyst for whatever reason. Yeah. What is the magic claim it has? No claim but the solemn truth, I swear by the cross. Put this in your mug or goblet and you can't get drunk, no matter how much ale or wine you drink. But surely you could have found a use for this yourself. Me? What do I be wanting to be with a spell that keeps me sober? Don't be a daft fool. But be warned, you can only use it once. Oh no, and what then? It disappears. It dissolves is what a heathen sorcerer put a spell on it, and that's all I know. Okay, well that was nine men's Morris, which I still don't even understand the premise of this game.
You're trying to make mills, and at least with this kind of easier one and setting it up, if you can configure it so you can get, just kind of move your pieces back and forth to continue making mills, and then you take one of your opponent's pieces off until they're down to 2. And once you're down to 2 pieces, you can't make a 3 in the row any longer. So,
okay. So,
yeah,
very nice.
So, yeah, we went to the Chris Krindle Mart yesterday, so that was nice. At least kind of something to do for the season.
We don't do a lot during those seasons, especially we don't have anyone visiting or anything.
Yeah, not this year. We have some people coming for Christmas.
For Christmas, we have relatives, some local relatives coming, but other than that, just nothing really.
Yeah. Really haven't done. Been busy, but haven't done a whole lot of things. Really haven't watched any Christmas movies or anything like that either.
I watched one last night, and I'm actually probably gonna watch one tonight. Kind of, this is your last time to do this. Wasn't me
who spilled it. That ale drinking cat she is.
Yeah.
Really.
So do you have any plans there, Medicine Hat? Do you have any family traditions? Many a mangy old catty is. Cleanliness is not one of the innkeeper's virtues.
Okay, you won.
So we won. Yay.
It was nice. I enjoy, at least in our city, that there's some nice things to be able to participate in, the city and state.
Mm-hmm.
So it's nice that there's a Chris Kindle Mart, because Chicago had a nice one that we first encountered I think like about 2003, we were going to go and see the Mikhail Schenker group at the House of Blues, and we had some time to kill, and so we were just wandering around and came across the Chris Krindlemark they had going in Chicago at the time. So that's how we learned about that, and then we found out our own city had one. And over the years, they moved it from like a smaller park that was really cramped to a much larger area, so you're not like completely pressed up against people, which is nice. Versus the Chicago one, especially on really busy days.
Oh man,
it's a wall of people sometimes trying to get through. You're just barely
waiting in
through.
like hour line lunch, long. But also was kind of nice that it was right downtown, so we would be able to go during our lunch hour.
Yeah.
So I would do that.
I used to work just catty corner from the Chicago Chris Krindlemark. So if it was like they had that. If I wanted to, I could just go out there, get something for lunch or whatever. So that was kind of nice. I didn't do it too often, but it still is nice to have that option to do.
Yeah, and I did it quite a bit. Me and my girlfriend, we just walk up a block and then turn another block. We're there, and it was nice.
You're on. I mean,
it was easy to just pick up latkes or whatever we wanted for lunch. It's kind of like with so many different, and plus they have so many more. Food kiosks that there was just a lot of wider option of array of options there, if you will. So not really. We're getting together later this week, but that's it.
Yeah. One thing I do miss from the Chicago one, I would say it was a little larger, is they had a nice area with like Black Forest clocks and stuff like that. And so we have picked up a couple of various items over time from things like little barometers, little clocks, and stuff like that.
Yeah, they do
we
have
one up there that I think we got. Yeah, I think I could pick that one up back in 2019 or something.
Yeah, we do. They do have a Black Forest clock display shop area, but it's very small compared to what you see in like the larger cities. And of course, I went to Chris Krindlemark in Stuttgart when I lived in that area.
Oh, did you?
And several times. And so I knew what a Christmas market was. And also that one had one of those little kiddie rides and a bunch of different things. So yeah.
I could see that, bringing
is a bona fide Christmas market.
Yeah. Actually, a former coworker, I think, is out in München right now.
Oh, nice.
And so I've seen a few things like that. Looks like she's going to the Christmas market and stuff as well. So it's like, nice. That's cool.
Talk about Black Forest clocks. Yeah.
That would be neat. I mean, it's like your son was out there right around this time last year.
They also found that they could not afford or get themselves a cuckoo clock.
Oh yeah. I mean, some of those clocks they have. I mean, they're really cool, but that would be a once in a lifetime type purchase.
I was really
depending on which one. But
I was really fortunate that you bought the one that you bought me downstairs. That is really nice quality, and I think we found it on Facebook, like Facebook Markets or something like that.
No, I mean, I bought it off the internet or something like that.
Yeah.
But it's the biggest cuckoo clock that we have. It is still powered by batteries, C batteries, which is kind of like, I'm going to have to go buy some C batteries because I almost never use those for anything.
You're ready to go, yeah.
And I mean, it's a good size clock. I mean, it's about like that wide. And this, I mean, it's
got a train that runs on top of it and a little on the hour. They come out and dance and stuff like that. So it was definitely a very nice. It's been like 3 years now, I think.
Yeah, like 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
That was the big present that kind of blew you away. I think you weren't expecting it or forgot. And you went, what is this? And it was it was monster size.
It's very
thing.
lovely. The only thing that makes me nervous is that it sits